Sup, Soup? This is Nick,
Crispy, and Tyler.
and collectively, we are Weeb Soup. And today's topic is going to be a little bit of fun as we peel away from our origin story. We're gonna get into a little bit of shenanigans. So, in anime or in a lot of cartoons in general, there is a lot of fusion happening, or just in your own head. You're just like, hey, what if these characters shared traits, or were just kind of mixed together? So there's a couple of different ways to go about this type of fusion, though. There's going to be like direct fusions, like what you see in Dragon Ball, where you literally have two characters become one. But another good example from Dragon Ball is also characters that absorb other characters, like Cell and Majin Buu.
Right.
How they go through, they cycle through different forms depending on who is inside of their being, but they're basically just manipulating their power. And then there's the other ones where you're like going across different universes, like what if characters, like what if Madara and Aizen fused type stuff. So, that being said, I have personally got a couple different ideas. I would like to just tackle the Dragon Ball fusion real quick, though, because there's several fusions within the show on its own that just kind of prove that Akira Toriyama had a reign on fusions early on and that sort of thing. So to get Vegito, basically, you had these magic earrings that gods created to fuse. And it gives you, like, there's like some headcanon that it gives you like some rivalry boost if you have certain traits, like Goku and Vegeta. They had like a boost apparently, which was like something in the dub that was said by the Elder Kai whenever he was explaining the powers poorly, because dub. But basically, you literally fuse bodies, attributes, and powers with a person. And there's another fusion where it's a fusion dance where it's a limited time thing. They're both limited time now, that retcon and Super, but I digress. Sticking with the Potara fusion in this instance, Goku in the Buu Saga was supposed to go back to fuse with Gohan to defeat Majin Buu before Majin Buu took advantage of Gohan's stupid and and absorbed Gohan before he had a chance to fuse. But Vegito basically was, at the time, the perfect representation of characteristics between Goku and Vegeta. He was brash, but he was also easygoing, very fun during the fight. He was living for the fight, but at the same time, he was very tactical, like Vegeta.
Right.
And he was still pursuing it, kind of being a little bit more cocky during the fight. Like, he started off in base form in the anime, just kind of dicking around on him for a second. That's Goku.
Yeah.
But in the manga, he'd like basically jump straight to Super Saiyan, though.
Oh, okay.
But he was basically, at the time, also then the strongest character in the entire series. Like, they had an amp in there because you multiply the power levels together.
Yeah.
By the guides, you go Vegeta times Goku. And in that case, their base forms were basically dead even, because they were dead even in Super Saiyan 2. Granted, Goku, when they were fighting, could have gone Super Saiyan 3 at that point in time. Their forms were still, at that point, the multipliers were still, brought their power levels damn near exactly even.
Right.
So, that being said, them fusing is basically perfect. And that's kind of what they were going off of. But, moving forward, there's also, another type of fusion that I've kind of always entertained, and that one would be more like along the fantasy part of the fusion, where what if Goku could have fused with Gohan? Because Gohan, at the time, his base form was assumed to be his ultimate form at that point in time, which was leagues ahead of Super Saiyan 3. So a base form that is more powerful than Super Saiyan 3 fusing with Goku, multiply those two together. And by the multiplier, you should have had the most potent thing in the universe. Like, it should have been like Battle of Gods level,
right? In
my opinion, like my headcanon would say that would be like probably pretty close. Like, whew. But and then there's also my idea of Madara fusing with Aizen, like I mentioned earlier. Right. Now, we've heard, and Twitter went nuts not too long ago over Madara versus Aizen, and we've heard verses over and over, but what if you just fused them together? I mean, you would have the illusions from
Aizen.
I can't remember that Zanpakuto's name, something Suigetsu.
Uh,
But that's fine. Anyways, you'd have Aizen Zanpakuto that uses all illusionary tactics, and then you'd have all of his Hado and Kido, which Aizen was a specialist in.
Yeah.
And then you have all of Madara's insane feats that you got from him. That would be, in my opinion, the most ridiculous thing, especially if you had 6 Paths Madara using Limbo clones at the same time as the Zanpakuto.
Oh man. No.
Or if they fused while Aizen was in the Ascendant state.
Ooh.
So that's what I mean. Like everything I can say from here forward just gets a ooh.
Even oh man, it would just he would be able to do Infinite Tsukiyomi just okay. Everybody's in it now.
But yeah, other than just creating absolutely OP characters, I could also think about a non-OP character. We're gonna again visit Dragon Ball because it's easy, but again during the Buu saga, whenever Buu absorbed Gohan, Goku was kind of at a loss. He's like, "Who do I fuse with now?" Oh, Hercule, huh? Hercule's there. He knows basic martial arts. Oh boy. And then they kind of like the anime gave it like a little screenshot basically of Goku. If you haven't seen it, I'm just gonna let you look it up on your own. It's an atrocity.
It is.
It is my new favorite DBZ character.
But in my opinion, and a lot of the
Next
fandom
DLC for Fighter Z.
A lot of the fandom feels this way too, but I think it would be more than likely that he would actually lose power because of how
he would 100% lose power.
Hercule has negative powers.
Because Hercule, dude.
It's like the demon possessing your body. It's like, oh my god, what is this? What is going on? Why is everything
all this pain?
Why is all
yeah,
of
it
this
just comes
bad?
out. Why am I in pain? But anyways, those are some of my fusion ideas and a couple of the things that I thought about personally when we think anime fusions. What about y'all?
I had a lot of similar element combinations, mostly based off of the death battles that I've seen. Like,
Oh yeah.
I want to start off with Toph and Gaara.
Ooh.
Like,
Would they be blind?
pretty much, I guess, if you want to go Dragon Ball
Gaara
fusion.
uses sand, and Toph can't see in sand.
But
Gaara.
the thing is, she can't. It's just blurry.
Yeah, she's not like dead blind.
Yeah. She can still sense the earth, and she developed more of a mastery of it as the show went on, but Gaara's mastery of it,
like work with sand.
Gaara's mastery of it would be insane. Plus his
because he had like his mom's enchanted sand.
His taijutsu alone would benefit from Toph's earthbending.
Oh yeah,
just one good whatever move they could do, just throw a shit ton of stuff at him. If he fuses any of that with chakra, he's got himself
And you're giving Toph an impenetrable shield.
Exactly.
That she doesn't have to worry about defending
depending
herself.
on which Gaara we're talking about.
Well, we'll go Fourth Great Ninja War Gaara. That one was
completed Gaara.
Completed Gaara, yes.
Kage Gaara.
Him with Toph. What would be the strongest combination of the two? Would it be Toph as the main or Gaara as the main in that fusion?
Well, I think Gaara would probably end up
smarter.
being a little bit. I think honestly, in my opinion, Gaara was just like a little bit more
battle ready.
Definitely,
badass,
definitely hardened because like you gotta think he's a ninja and he went through all that shit growing up and stuff that you get from his flashbacks and then all the way into the tuning exams. He was just hardened to be a killer.
I think he's got more of like a tactical mind for fighting, just from going through ninja school, from surviving 6 assassination attempts, from running a nation. Like, he's probably more tactical minded, but Toph is just more like raw power and like natural talent.
Right.
Because Gaara is talented, obviously, became a Kage, but at the same time, like, he was born with Shukaku in him, which gives you hacks to where you're probably not working as hard as you're probably not working as hard as somebody who was born blind and still became the #1 earthbender in the world. She just had like natural abilities, taught from badger moles,
the true earthbenders. But along those same lines, I was thinking the next one was Natsu and Ace in One Piece. Their fusion.
That would be intense.
Fiery boys.
Basically, yeah. Like, his ability to nullify any attack just by, like, okay, I'm invulnerable, it just passes through me.
California would consider him a villain.
Exactly.
Hate to see their kid's birthday.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry to anybody watching in California.
I'm less shameless about it. Or more shameless. One of those things.
Natsu's control of fire did increase as the show went on. It went from he was able to form full-on fists to wings to just about anything he could do. He could even control the degree, like the temperature of the flame. And Ace's, I think the main thing with Ace would just be the invulnerability, but I don't really remember too much about Ace.
I'm not exactly the best resource for information on One Piece. I'm on my first actual watch through of the show right now, and I still haven't made it very far. I think I finished out through season 1 now.
Okay.
And I've seen bits and pieces of the show throughout its production, like over the course of my life now, I guess. It's been around forever.
Clips and whatnot.
Yeah, so I've seen basically all the fight scenes, but as far as like lore and understanding the characters, I'm not your guy.
Yeah. I know that he is what is considered a Logia type fruit, if I'm remembering correctly, meaning that they are elemental to a degree that they're vulnerable to attacks, like Juvia with her water magic.
Okay, yeah.
So that basically with Natsu's control and mastery over fire as an element, I think
he has invulnerability to fire attacks is what Ace's power is?
Invulnerability to anything.
Oh, that's even more OP.
Yeah, like swords, bullets, nothing just passes straight through them.
Yeah.
Unless they're using Haki.
Kind of like permeation.
Kind of like permeation, yeah. Unless they're using Haki, which is a whole different story.
Yeah.
On that. But that's kind of the only elements that I could think of. What about you? What you got?
So, on the elemental basis, I went Luck from Black Clover and Killua from Hunter x Hunter, just because both of them get speed bumps pretty much by multiplying their powers together. Just makes them ridiculously fast. Then you give Killua with his assassination attempts. Now he has lightning gauntlets and lightning boots that just would look cool in general.
Oh yeah.
But also Luck can make little portals that accelerate, not portals, but like little like speed bumpers that make him move faster and faster.
That's right.
So Killua would get speed hacks from that, and then you're also giving Luck, who is already ready to fight at any minute, you're giving him an assassin's mindset to where he could literally take out like anybody, and I think Luck thinks strategically. Oh, and Luck has crazy magic sensibility, so like Killua now on top of his like already ridiculous like assassin powers, he now can sense like it would have to be Nin in his universe, but like he could sense Nin users from like ridiculous lengths and know exactly where they were, and probably be able, I forget which one it is, but I know you can hide your Nin, but I believe with in my headcanon, Luck would probably overpower most people with that, and you'd be able to sense just about anybody anywhere.
Oh yeah, like could you imagine like the Nin of his caliber just disappearing?
Right.
And then reappearing near you?
Yeah.
That would be like
crazy.
That would be jarring to do, because it would be Killua in Luck, and with Killua's bloodlust at its level it is, if Luck decides to say I'm done and flips the switch, dead.
Yeah.
Instant. I don't think anybody would be able to sense him coming at all.
No.
He would turn off his ability and walk so silently that his footsteps, there are none.
Yeah.
That assassin's walk that they do, it would be insane.
Oh yeah. And just knowing anywhere on the battlefield where people with the most magic are, and just being like, zoop, 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 zoop. There I am.
Fight you now.
Right. It would probably be dangerous for anybody who came into contact with him because Lux want to fight and Killua's ability just to put people down for, that you don't want to run into that guy in a dark alley, I promise you.
Well, we are actually at the time. Sorry to cut it a little bit short, but what do you guys think? Put in the comment section what fusions you could think of and where they're from and what they are.
And it's not stick to anime. You could do cartoons.
Yeah, any fusion.
Justice League. Yeah. We could do. Yeah, you could do Justice League. Do any of them.
Yep.
And please talk Steven Universe fusions. I will talk to you about any of them.
Absolutely. But make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell whenever you do.
That's how the algorithm works.
But this has been Weeb Soup, and this has been Scorch. Deuces.
Put them in the hatchback. There's the room in the hatchback. Put them on the roof. I'm on the roof.